Frans, congrats on an unbelievable professional debut. Obviously, it's been quite a few months for you with the IMF Championship, and now we've beaten one of the best, who was one of the best amateurs Ireland's produced in a while, Darren O'Gorman, finished from the first round. Can you just tell us what you're feeling at the minute and how it feels to have achieved that?
I feel good. Like I didn't really know much about Darren. I knew he was 3-0, and he got all submissions. Like, so I knew he was good enough. Like 3 pro fights. So I was looking forward to it. Like all over the social media, everybody that was that knew me and knew him was looking forward to the fight. So I expected a good fight, and he brought it to me the first few minutes of the fight. So I'm glad.
You've had a bit of a whirlwind few months, you know. I last saw you in Vegas on your way to capturing the IMF World title. Was making your pro debut, you know, so soon in your plans?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Like that was actually my plan. Like, because at the start of my amateur career, MMA, because I come from a boxing background, so I had a few fights. When I started MMA, I was planning on getting like 10 fights and then going pro. After the IMMAF, I got to 11 fights. I was 11-2. Then, but this was definitely how it was meant to go in my head. And anyway, and I was talking to my coach John Cabinet about it, where my career is going, and it seems to be going to plan.
You know, winning that world title seemed to have put you in the spotlight to the point where you were signed up to the KHK fight team.
Yeah.
What did it feel like, you know, when the Prince of Bahrain spotted you and wanted you to be part of his new team?
Oh, it was unbelievable, like, because when the boys from Bahrain were talking to me at the IMMAF, I don't know who they were. Like, they were like taking my details and stuff. I was just giving them, but I didn't know what it was all about. Then I got talking. I went down to Bahrain, and it's the best thing. Like that young fighter like me, just my first professional fight. To get this opportunity they're given, like, is unbelievable. I couldn't ask for anything better. I don't think there's anything in MMA like this. Like, do you know what I mean? The way they have it planned out, the way they're helping amateur fighters, professional fighters do what they do, and just to represent Bahrain and KHK, it's an unbelievable thing what they're doing over here.
And what platform do you feel that the IMF World Championships gave you as a fighter, which has enabled you to, you know?
Well, I got my name out there, like in Europe, I reckon. I don't think there was anybody knew my name before that outside Ireland. So that got my name out there. Like I see a lot of people going, oh yeah, you won this IMF thing, and so yeah, that's what it did for me.
Talk a bit about the fight, because it was brilliant stand-up you had there, and you knocked it down, and then you stepped away as if the ref was going to stop it. You landed a couple after that, and you also got upset that you had to land those 2.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Do you think it was stopped late?
I think it was, like, but the ref kind of, like, I wouldn't really blame the ref, like, but when I hit the guy, he was on the ground. He was in a defensive position, but I could see his eyes were gone. Like I was wide open for them shots. There really was no need for it. But in the ref's point of view, obviously he couldn't just call it off after that. Because imagine if your man was complaining about it, he probably would have won the case because he was in a defensive position. But I don't like getting them extra shots in like that, because there were just 2 clean shots that there was not even defending them. He just looked defensive, like, you know what I mean. But it's gonna happen sometimes. Like we're fighting, so it's gonna happen.